and she went her way homeward with one star away. As the swan in the evening moved over the lake.
Get out of my way.
You're always so angry.
Caledonia, get back here.
Hello there. So, we should be live. I've done this enough times now that I think I don't even have to ask if I'm live. But I'm going to anyway. Can you hear me? And can you see me? Just somebody say whether they can or not in the chat, and that'll make me a happy guy. Oh, you heard some music. I'm live. Okay, thanks, Ed. Thank you very, very much. Right, okay, I'm going to say, pop in a few wee hellos. Now, hold on. Wow, you're all going so fast now. Right, Stephen Marshall, there you go. Sunny Dunkirk, that's France, isn't it? Aye. So, I hope the weather's even warmer than it is there. There's Blaze the channel. Where's Rose? Rose was there. Rose was waiting for hours and hours. I don't know. Right, so hello Blaze, the channel. There's Barry. Hello Barry. Ed, back in the 80s. How you doing, Ed? Fish Diaries, love that music. It's a nice wee bit, isn't it? I am live, thanks. Yes, to both. You can see me and you can hear me. Thanks, Carol. It's most reassuring, right, because I never know what's happening. A very hot Suffolk, says SJC. Let me just flick over something up here. Aye, it's very, very hot up here too. It's so hot, in fact, that I'm sweltering in the studio because I've got the window shut, because I've got neighbours out in the back garden and they're all talking and laughing. So I've got the window shut, so I can't hear them and they can't hear me. So it's sweltering in here. I don't know what the temperature is, but I'm about to pass out in a minute. Oh, here's another thing. If by any chance my nose starts bleeding, don't anybody call a doctor or panic. I get hay fever and sometimes it causes my nose to bleed just randomly like that for no reason at all. So don't worry if that happens. Right, Peter's reviews. Peter, I haven't spoken to you for quite a while. Hope things are going okay with you. Fish Diaries, yeah, I saw you a minute ago. Al's Man's Cave. Good evening, all. I can see and hear you. Aye, everybody can. Alec McIver, hi, hello, you doing? Oh, you've asked how am I? I'm fine. There's Rose. Hello, have a blessed Sunday yourself. God bless to you, Rose. And you were first in a couple of hours ago, I think. You put a wee comment in the channel. I didn't even know that you could do that. Once I put the thing up saying that there's going to be a live stream in a couple of hours, I didn't realise that people could go in and start commenting and chatting. So that's quite a handy wee thing, you know. Right, Peter's and Son in Leicester. Peter Mannering is on time. Listen to a Scots lassie, Jackie Joyce. And it's 7 o'clock on Sunday. Yes, it is 7 o'clock on a Sunday, depending on where you are in the world, I suppose. Matthew, hi, how you doing? Colin Gerard, many smells for down south, many smells for up north, depending on how far you are down south. I don't know. Drone Shots, hello, how you doing? Sky High, hope you are well. I am well, very well, thanks very much. After a bit of a horrendous week, which we'll talk about in just a wee minute. My car had I'll get to that in a minute. After we get to some through the hollows. So it's hot in Bognor Regis. Whereabouts is Bognor Regis? Is it down? I don't know. Is it Southampton way, or is it Southend way? I don't know. Is it Blackpool? I don't know where Bognor Regis is. Right, Watershed Overlook says, greetings from Virginia, USA. Rain in 70s today. Well, rain, there's nothing wrong with a bit of rain. There's Lynn. Hello, Lynn, how you doing? Drone flying with Uncle Bob. Hello, gents. And ladies too. Uncle Bob. Right, Hello from East Kilbride, I take it you're in there, Martin. If EK, is there another EK in the world? I know the East Kilbride one. Ed says you get random nosebleeds as well. Had them all my life. Yeah, I used to get them all the time when I was a kid. My nose was bleed almost every day at school. Um, but now it's only on occasion, and if I'm doing a lot of sneezing with hay fever, which I never got when I was young, but I seem to, when I turned maybe 50, I started to get hay fever, and now my nose bleeds sometimes. Okay, right, so I think we've been through all of the hellos there with everybody. Right, okay, so I've got a wee agenda again, would you believe it? I'm getting so organised. I've got an agenda here. Right, but I'm not going to go through it in the order that I've written it down here. But what I'm going to say is, if some of you or all of you have seen the shorts video that I put up, which was basically the exact same video, the Ranger video, the Ranger video that's doing so well on the channel, over 250,000 views at the moment. It's got, whew, can't believe that. But the short version is the exact same video, except I cut out 28 seconds of it, so that it would fit the criteria of shorts, which is it has to be that format instead of that format, which is portrait, and it has to be under 60 seconds. So it comes in at 59 seconds, because I was curious to see what would happen, how do the shorts compare with the normal videos? Because some of the gurus, I watch quite a lot of the YouTube gurus, and they say that some of them are saying you should get into shorts, everyone should be doing shorts, shorts are where it is, and blah blah blah. And other people are saying don't do shorts because it can tank your whole channel. So I've got some analytics, just if anyone's interested. I'm only going to talk about it for another 30 seconds or so, but I found it quite interesting. And the analytics, I wouldn't put them up on the screen for you, but they said that, well, what happened is, when I posted that shorts video in the first hour, and I didn't put it up at a particular time where it said this is the best hour to post it. I just posted it, and in the first hour it got over 2,500 views in an hour, which was blowing my mind. But then it just went woof. And after that, from the second hour onwards, it's just getting sort of normal views, maybe 30 or 40 views per hour, like my other videos do. So it was a strange thing to see when it was like at 2,500 views in the first hour. I thought, what's going on here? Is this because you don't get paid? You can't make any revenue from shorts either. So I don't see the point of them yet. But it was an experiment. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. You're not here to listen to me witter on about YouTube and shorts and things like that. So, right, there's Wes. Evening, Robert, hope you're well. Aye, Wes, I was just saying that I am well, apart from my nosebleed. Oh, and apart from, disaster happened with my car. My car broke really, really hard. I was driving it along and a belt snapped in the car as I was driving along. All this screeching noise and all these flashing lights came on and noises going off and everything. So I was only about 100 yards from home, and stupidly I continued to, I thought I'll just go home. So I got home and pulled into the driveway. Probably not something you should do. Anyway, car was goosed, wouldn't go anywhere. It was knackered, and I have spent 3 days managing to get a garage to collect the car. They had it for 3-4 days, something like that, and managed to get it fixed. Right, I'm not even going to tell you how much it cost me, but what I would like to say is thank you very much to those of you who bought me a cup of coffee, or bought me 10 cups of coffee, or donated a little bit to put fuel in my tank, which I didn't use for fuel in my tank. I used it partially for the repair of the car. So thanks very much for that. The car's now repaired. Whew, my bank balance is in the toilet. It always was. But the car's on the road now. So I'm slightly behind schedule with my videos. I've been trying to post 3 a week on a Sunday, a Wednesday, and a Friday, and then the live stream. But I am slightly behind now because I couldn't get out for a whole week because I had no car. So for the next couple of weeks, I might only be posting 2. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, so there you go. That's it. Right. So David says, hope you're well. David for Ipswich. Aye, David, well. apart from that wee story that I just told, no, I don't know what belt it was. Gerard. The mechanic guy fixed it, and it wasn't just the belt. He had to replace this big cog thing that it had bent it it had been bent out of shape and things were out of alignment. And he showed me the thing that he had to replace, and it was like 300 quid just for that. So I don't know what it was. I'm no mechanic, and I mean, I looked under the bonnet, and it's a diesel car and it's full of electronics, and I just thought, oh my god, I don't know what this is. I'll just get a mechanic to fix it. So anyway, that's what happened. Right, so let me say, I am going to be doing the live draw tonight for the all-day 6-pack of Freewell. Let me just get that away from here. Right, the all-day 6-pack of Freewell filters. I'm doing the draw live. I'll be doing it about 7:30. And I think there's about just over 100 comments with the right answer, which was 6. Pretty obvious, right? Because I actually opened up the other pack, my pack, opened that up in front of the camera, so you could count them. So I'll be doing that draw about 7:30 tonight, which is in about 20 minutes, something like that, which will give, if there's anyone else coming in, it will give people more time to come in. And what I'll do is, I'm going to do it live here so everyone can see it. I'm actually going to be drawing the winner, and then I'm going to be drawing a backup winner, and I'm going to be drawing a backup winner. And the reason for that is because I'm getting a lot of subscribers coming in quite fast at the moment. So what I need a bit of time to make sure that the winner is actually subscribed to the channel, and I don't know if the random comment generator will be selecting from only subscribers. I don't think it does that. I think it will just select a comment even from someone who isn't subscribed. And I only want to give this away to someone who has taken the time to subscribe to the channel, which is only fair. You know what I mean? I think it's fair. So what I'm going to do is I'll draw the winner, and that'll be the winner. And then I'll check to make sure they are subscribed to the channel. But if they're not subscribed, and it's not a public subscription, so I can't see it, if I can't make sure that they're subscribed, then the runner, the second draw, the backup draw winner, they'll get it. They'll win the prize. But as long as they're a subscriber, and I'll have to check that. And if they're not a subscriber, it will go to the third one. So that's what I'm going to do, a winner, a backup winner, and a backup winner at 7:30. Okay. And then what I'll also do is I will make a short video, not a shorts video. I'll make a short video, maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that, announcing the winner and explaining all of this again. Because not everyone comes into the live stream, obviously. There's 40 people in at the moment, but I've got a few more subscribers than that. So that'll be happening in 15, 17 minutes. Right. So South Coast, so I take it that's Bognor Regis is in the South Coast. I lived in Salisbury for a few years, for about four or 5 years I lived in Salisbury, and I used to go to Southampton, occasionally Portsmouth, and Plymouth. Well, Plymouth's a bit further away, but I'd go to Southampton, Portsmouth quite a lot. So I'm presuming it's kind of down that way. I've never been to Bognor Regis. I would have thought if it was down that kind of way, I would have gone there. But anyway, I'm just talking nonsense now, aren't I? Right. Peter, helicopter girl to quadcopter man, I'll get my coat. Don't know what you're talking about. Obviously, that's a wee conversation that's been going on that I haven't been paying attention to, and that's fine. Okay. Right, Ed, good luck to everybody. I have, as I say, I've got no idea who's going to win this because it's random. You'll see it. I'll have it all on the screen when I'm doing the draw so that you can see it's purely random and it's not me. I'm not pre-selecting. Because I know that there has been a bit of controversy, not with me, with another channel which I won't name at the moment, when this creator did a draw and the prize went to one of his friends, and a lot of people we all were up in arms about that, and I don't know if he lost any subscribers over it or not, but I don't want to be accused of that. So it's going to be live here, and you'll see it all happening in front of you. It's only it's only a packet of filters. It's nothing special. I've got a couple other things I do want to give away. I want to give away this Brotec pack. I bought 2 packs, as you know. I explained it before. I bought 2 packs. The slightly different sizes, and these ones are they fit, but there's a tiny little, maybe a millimetre, half a millimetre gap along the top, whereas the other ones I've got there isn't. But they're perfectly good, and at least one of the other subscribers uses these. That they're perfectly all right. So I want to give these ones away. But to one of the members of the channel. But I don't quite know how to do that yet. I don't know how to set up a random selection from the members. So once I've done that, I'll be doing that. And I've got a couple other giveaways. I've got a Rode wireless mic system that I want to give away as well. So I have to work out how to do that, how to make sure that I can have it randomly drawn live in the air so that everyone can see. There's no jiggery pokery, there's no, kiddie on stuff going on and me kiddieing on. It's like free giveaway and giving it away to a friend. Not that's happened before with anyone that I know of. I just don't want it to be accused of it. Right, Caroline says, good evening all. Good evening, Caroline, how you doing? Nice to see you in here again, at least for a wee while, because I know you'll be zipping off about, well, at some point to get into that other channel. Should I name it? Yeah, drone. Oh God, I've forgotten what it's called now. What is that? What's that other channel? The drone. Oh, see, I'm getting old and I've forgotten now. Anyway, Rose says, I got notification a few years ago, then wrote waiting. Good morning from Philippines. Ah, okay, I see. Right, you got a notification, and then you put down your waiting. I get it now. Right. Richard Radon says, how do you choose the right filter? Okay, I actually made a video about that, Richard. And I can't remember where it is, but you can look it up in the channel. It was last summer, it's in there somewhere. But what I basically do is, this is the way I do it. I put the filter on, I switch to Pro mode, I set my ISO where I want it and the shutter speed where I want it. I use the 180 degree rule usually. And then I will look on my screen and turn the drone around. And if I think it's too dark, I'll switch and put on a lighter filter. If I think it's too light, I'll switch to a darker filter until I'm happy that I have the correct filter. That's the way I do it, right? Now that has a lot of issues because it may be perfectly fine that way, but it may not be perfectly fine that way or that way. Okay, but that's part of the problem that you have when you're flying a drone anyway. Whatever filter that you fit on, it's going to look great in one direction, depending on where the sun is, but as soon as it's facing another direction, it may not look quite as good. If you watched the video I did earlier, I put out earlier about the polarizing filter with that was a funny noise there, the polarizing filter and the all-day filters. I think the polarizing filter looked fantastic when it was flying towards the sun, but it didn't look so good when it was flying away from the sun, or the other way about. I can't remember. So, it's hard to judge what filter to choose when it's a drone and it's going to be moving about and it's going to be changing the camera position in relation to the sun. But let me say that Nobby Green on his channel, he has a mathematical formula. I don't think it's his. I think he uses a mathematical formula that he got from somewhere, and he explains it very well in one of his videos. Don't know how long ago it was that Nobby or Neil put it up there, but he does it. So if you want to actually get the right numerical mathematical selection, then go to Nobby's channel, the Nobby Green channel, and find that video and he'll do it. But the caveat that I would give you with that is that what I just said, it's a drone, it's moving about, so it's going to change. Whatever you select is not going to be the right one for the entire flight, and that's why you should say, well, here's a bit of a flight and I'm going to use a piece of filter for this 5 seconds, which is an offer, bringing it back in and changing it. But it is what it is. It's not a static camera. It's a moving camera. There you go. So I hope that answers your question, Richard. Right, Carolyn did a dumb thing today. Drove to Wakefield Common to fly. Google Planes batteries all good. Where's the transmitter? Oh, no. Do you know what? I have gone out before, Caroline, with my Mini 3 in the bag and the controller, and my Mini 2 in its bag with the controller. Got all the way out there. I've driven sometimes 20 miles, opened up, no batteries. Because both battery packs are still on charge, so, it's not just you, it's not just me, I bet everybody does it as well. Derek says he's on your patch in 2 weeks today doing the A-frame. Aye, Derek, you messaged on the comments, you were saying you were doing that. It's a fantastic place to fly, it really is. I hope you get a great day for it. I hope it's not raining. I hope it's not too windy, because it's a super place to fly. Now, while you're there, the Dumfries house that you may have seen me flying over quite a few times is there too. It's within, absolutely within the range, the battery range and the signal range of the Mini 2 and the Mini 3 from the A-frame location. So while you're there, you could fly down over Dumfries House if you wanted to. And the Egger plant where I have flown through the steam, or where Lassie's flown through the steam, is right beside the A-frame as well. So, you've got quite a lot of nice wee places there that you can fly. So that's you'll get some great footage. And for anyone who doesn't know, Derek said in the comments, I think Derek said this, that he's going to fly up and land on the A-frame, on one of the girders on the A-frame, and then take off again. So that'll be great, Derek. I hope you've got some video footage of that you can either post somewhere. If you don't, please, I'll send it to me. I'll be happy to post it up for you. That's something I want to talk about as well. Now, that's a good point to mention this. If you remember last week during the live stream, I played someone else's clip. It was a snowy, beautiful mixture of FPV footage and cinematic footage, and I thought it was fantastic, and I played it. Well, I got a copyright claim against the entire live stream, because that short section I played had copyrighted music in it. So here's the thing. I'm very happy to put anyone's video on my live stream, a little clip of it, or to put it up in my channel for them if they don't have a channel and they want to send it to me. But please make sure that if you use any music, it's not copyrighted. If you use any sound effects, they're not copyrighted. And if you use any images, they're not copyrighted, because I don't want. I've had quite a few copyright claims. Not a copyright strike yet, but I've had quite a few copyright claims on a lot of my videos, and I don't want any more. So Derek, if you don't have your own channel and you want to get your A-frame footage seen, I'll be happy to put it up for you if you want, providing you've got no copyrighted music on it. Right. So I've lost a lot of comments here. So sorry about that. Ed, you've been to the Druids then, Rob? If this is the Rob you're talking to, I don't know what you mean. I lived at Stonehenge. I lived a mile away from Stonehenge for a while. You could actually see Stonehenge from my back garden, where I lived. But I never went, if that's what you mean by the Druids. I don't know. Drone Shot says smash the like. Don't know what like it is, but aye, smash it, whatever like it is. Oh, it's the like for this live stream. Can you like a live stream? All right, well, I do that. Do what Drone Shot says, smash it. But what's the time? 23 minutes past. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the big draw, the big huge draw. It's like I was giving away a car or something. No, it's just this, a draw for these wee thingies. Right, jiggery pokery for you. Never know. There will be no jiggery pokery for me, that's for sure. I don't do jiggery pokery. Right, Peter Mulder says, now that the weather is going to be sunny and hot, could you do a heat comparison between the Mini 2 and 3? Can the 3 survive the heat? I don't know if there's an issue there, Peter. While they're flying, they both remain cool and calm and collected. they both remain all right, nice and cool. So I don't know. I mean, the only issue that I think occurs with overheating with the Mini 3 is if you have the wings folded in and you turn the battery on and you've just got it sitting there, then it will close down after a few minutes because it's overheating. But while they're flying, it doesn't. I don't think it matters how hot the sun is. I mean, maybe in the desert, or, if there's anyone who lives in, the Middle East and flies a drone, they could maybe tell you better. But I don't see what issues there might be. Or Australia, if you live in Australia, maybe you do. I don't know. I certainly don't suffer from anything like that here in Scotland. Drone Seekers International, Gerard, cheers, of course. Of course! Sometimes I forget my own names. You're right, Drone Seekers International. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. There you go. Joe, how you doing? How's your brother? Has he actually been out? Has he got his own drone yet? Or has he had another shot of yours? Is he more confident? How's he doing? Let me know. I'm curious. Right, Tackleberry says, I put an S22 Ultramat screen protector on my RC controller. What a treat. Just had to cut down one end to fit it in the controller. Aye, listen, that the not this one, but the one very similar to this that I have on mine. Boop. Works fantastically and it fits perfectly. Don't know where it is just now. It fit. In fact, here it is. Wait a minute, we'll just grab it. Right, this is the one that fits absolutely perfectly. Okay, so you got that. That is the one. You don't have to cut anything. There's no gaps. It's very, very easy to apply. No bubbles, no anything. And it cuts the glare out 100%. I'm not going to mention the ambient light again, meaning you can't really see the screen. But in a sunny day, it's fantastic. Cuts out the glare, no problem. So that's the one you want that fits exactly, right? That's the one I'm going to be giving away. As soon as I've worked out how to do it, how to give away to just the members, because I don't know how to do that. I know how to give away to a random commenter, because there's a wee thing that you can press and it just does it, which I'll be doing in 4 minutes. And you'll see. But I don't know how to actually just include the members of the channel. If anyone knows how to do that, let me know, because I've tried to Google it and I can't find it. Scott says, you're watching the Scottish Open and you forgot to join till now. That's at St Andrews, I think, isn't it, Scott? Aye. My dad's a massive golfer. He used to go out every single day and do 18 holes. He's gone out every second or third day now, and he's sometimes only doing 12, because he's in his 80s and he's got bad arthritis in his hip and his knee and his leg, and sometimes he can't get a whole round in. But he's a champion golfer. He's got trophies and medals everywhere. He keeps winning. Every senior competition he enters, he wins. So he's doing okay. But he's not at St Andrews. Right. Gerard says polarising filters are meant to be used with the sun hitting the side of the drone. I couldn't tell you, Gerard. Maybe it is, maybe it's no. I think I made a wee bit of an error when I went out and I did that polarising test. The loch, it's actually a reservoir that I was flying at. It wasn't a loch, but it's very dark water. Very, very deep, so very dark. And I don't think the polarising filters are for that. I think what they're for is they're for flying over like seawater, coastline, maybe near the coast, that it's not too deep, and it'll take away the glare from the water, allowing you to see into the water. I'm pretty sure that's what polarising filters are for. And I'm going to go out, now that I've got the car back working, I'm going to go out down the coast and do that. I'm going to do that kind of comparison again and show you the difference between the all-day filter looking down at the water and the polarising filter looking down at the water. I think you'll see a massive difference then. Right. A pub in Salisbury's The Druids. My ex-wife was owned it, locked his keys in the boot of his car and was fed again. I don't know. I tell you, Ed, it was 30 years ago that I lived there. 30 years ago? Aye. 30 years ago that I lived there. So I don't even know if the Druids was... Well, I imagine it would have been a pub then. I've been in every pub in Salisbury. I was a younger man, and I gigged in most of the pubs in Salisbury too. So I gigged all around there, so probably have been in it. Aye. Right, we're coming up to just a minute and a half till I do this big, massive live draw. So I hope you all got your comment, and if you have, you still get time actually. If you go onto that particular video where the giveaway video, if you haven't entered yet, get in there, type in the number of filters that are in this pack, and the random selector will still randomly select you. Make sure you are a subscriber, because I will be checking. And if you win this and you're not a subscriber, it'll be going to the backup winner. And if the backup winner is not a subscriber, it'll be going to the backup winner. That's for those of you who have just come in and didn't hear me going on about that at the beginning. Right. I just won a subscriber at Blue Harvest Toys. Okay. There's Blue Harvest Toys. How you doing? Don't know what that means. Right, Graham, you slept in. How can you sleep in at 7 o'clock at night? What are you talking about? Unless you're in a different part of the world and it's earlier on. Right, you made it. A lot of people have made it, aye. Right, Rob W says, just get back for holiday in Scotland, flying the Air 2S. You have beautiful scene up there, took some lovely photos. Have you got any nice footage, Rob? Have you got a channel to put it up in? If you don't, and you've got some nice footage and you want it showcased, email me. My email is at the bottom of the description box in all of my videos. Email me, and we'll see about me showcasing your video. I've done that a few times with other people's videos that don't have a YouTube channel, but would like to get their video out and seen, and they sent it to me and I've put it up. So I'll be happy to do that, as long as you don't have any copyrighted material in it, music, sound effects, images. Okay, right. Oh, are we past the 7:30? Aye, right. Okay, we're a minute past it. Half a minute past it. Right, I'm going to do the draw now. The draw for this all-day 6-pack, right? Now, I'll go over it just one more time in case there's people in who missed the first time. I'm going to be drawing the winner, and then I'm going to be who will win this, provided they are a subscriber, and I'll need to check that. I'll also be drawing a backup winner and a backup winner, and that is in case that the winner of this that is chosen at random is not a subscriber, and if that person is not a subscriber, it will go to the backup winner, and if they're not a subscriber, it will go to the backup winner, and if they're not a subscriber, I'll draw it again next week. Right, so here we go. So I'm going to flick over now to I'll keep my mic on. I'm going to flick over to the channel where I'm going to do this, and this is the video here, right? So the way I'm going to randomly draw this is, if I go to this thing here, and it says pick a winner, so it's going to pick it as soon as I press that. So here we go. Oh, what I've got to do is I've got to say it must contain the words, and the word is 6. Right, so it's got to contain that word. So here we go, pick a winner, and the winner is Scotland by drone. You have won that, and I know you're a subscriber. I know you're a subscriber, so I don't need to do a back. Well, I will. You've won it, right? So I'm going to pick another winner just in case there's a backup, and the backup winner is M. Musinski, and the backup winner is Paul Brown. Okay, so there we go. So Scotland by drone. I'm pretty sure you're a subscriber already. So I'll do a quick check. Not now. I will check that. But I'm sure you're a subscriber. Send me, email me or message me on Facebook or Insta or Twitter or any of my socials, and I'll have a wee chat with you just to arrange about me posting these out. It won't cost you anything at all. I'll postage is on me. I'll post these out. Oh, that's another thing. If anyone contacts you saying, yeah, you're a winner, you just need to send the postage. That's nonsense. That's a scammer, right? It won't cost you anything. I'll be paying the postage on this for you. So all I need is basically the address that you want me to send it to, or if you want me to post it to a friend or whatever, I can do that. I'll post it anywhere you like. Just email me and message me, providing you are a subscriber, which I'm sure you are. So hope everybody's happy that was fair and honest and no jiggery pokery going on there. I had no idea who was going to who was going to win that. So there you go. But it was nice that the name Scotland was in the winner. It wasn't planned, as you saw. So that was pretty good. Right, okay. Right, let's have I've got some more things to get to, but I'll just take a few wee comments. Blaze says, polarised filters are great to take reflective glass and windows. Filming in the city with building. Yeah, I bet it does. I absolutely bet it does. Most of the area around here is lochs and big puddles and hills and trees. There's no many buildings here, so I couldn't verify that, but I'm quite sure you're right. Anyway. Okay, so there we go. Congratulations to the winner, says Graham. Aye, Scotland by Drone, you are the winner. And like I said, just email me or message me on Facebook. At Windswept Robert. That's me on Facebook. So there you go. Aye, everybody, glad it wasn't me I bought a bag because here of Europe. Well, Dave, if it had been you, all you had to do was give me an address of someone else, and because I'll just be posting it to whatever address Scotland by Drone tells me to. I don't know where it's going to be going anyway. Right, unless you send a Mini 3 with it. Well, I don't think so. Right, Doug says, is there a DJI Fly App version unique for the Mini 3 where waypoint missions or other functions are offered? Not yet, Doug. I wish there was, because you know something, the waypoint mission feature is something I really, really like with Maven and with Litchi. I don't know. I think I like the Litchi one a bit better than the Maven one. I love the geofencing feature on Maven. It's terrific, but these are only available on the Mini 2 at the moment, and that's because the Mini 3 you can't download third-party apps to it yet. I'm sure you will be able to soon. That is, unless DJI come out with their own waypoint mission feature and geofencing and things like that. I hope they do. I mean, I really hope they do, because those features are fantastic, and I miss not having them on the Mini 3, and it's great to have them in the Mini 2. John's away. A carer's job is never done. Catch you later, Robert. Catch you later, John. My wife is the same, and yeah. Right, okay. Let me move on to another. I've got a few other points. Right, score that one. Live draw, done that. Oh, there you go. Just in case you don't know what you're getting, Scotland by Drone. There you go. That's what you're getting. Still sealed and all that. It's no got a... It's unopened. You'll be getting them. As soon as I get your address that you want me to send it to, I'll be posting it out. Right, okay. Here, right. Let me talk for a wee minute or two about the battery length video that I did comparing the Mini 2 battery flight length with the Mini 3. Oh, it's getting really warm in here. A lot of people have hummed and hawed a little bit and said 23 minutes ago, I think, between 21, 23 minutes, I can't remember, 21, 22 minutes, I don't know, 20 something minutes, we're humming and hawing saying, oh, I get much more than that, and I get this, and I get 27 minutes, and I get, look, okay, maybe you do. I'm not telling you, I showed you. I took it off at 100% and just flew them round until critical low battery and landed, and it was 20 odd minutes. Now, I flew in, I was in normal. I didn't go much beyond 500 metres at any point. I went into sport mode for about 10 seconds at one point. That was it, because I just wanted to see if the gimbal would drop on the Mini 2, and it didn't. So I was for about 10 seconds in sport mode. I wasn't full throttle all the time. I did some parallaxes, the kind of flying you would do if you were out using a battery. And I'm telling you, 21, 22 minutes, whatever it is, that's what you're going to get. Now, if you're getting 27 or 28 minutes on a normal battery, well done you. But don't complain to me that I've got duff batteries, because I've actually asked some other people as well what they're getting, and they'll say the same, about 21, 22, 23 minutes, depending on the wind conditions, depending on how far away you go, depending on a lot of things. So that's just the way it is. I know that DJI tell you you'll get, what is it, 37 minutes or something like that, or whatever it is, but no, you don't. 20 odd minutes is all you're going to get. And the Mini 2, I think it was 16 minutes, 17 minutes, something like that. That's the same, and that's not because the batteries are a year and a half old. That's just because that's what you're going to get. That's the flight time you'll get. So anyway, there you go. Right. Okay. Right, 20 minutes to go, and I'm at the last point in my agenda, and all it is, I was going to say is that when I was out filming the Freewell filter comparison at the Afton Reservoir, which is a beautiful, beautiful place. Derek, if you're still in the chat, if you're coming up to the A-frame and you've got a bit of time, I don't know how long you're spending up here, if you've got a couple of days, you want to check out Loch Doon and you want to check out the Afton Reservoir as well. Fantastic places to fly, right? But anyway, so when I was out there doing those flights, the comparison flights with the filters, I actually flew for about an hour and a half around the area because it's so beautiful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make about a 30 minute video, and I'm going to put it up only on the members only section, because I don't want to put a 30-minute video up in the normal channel, because that's too long, and I'll lose a lot of people, and it won't do me any good. But there's so much beautiful footage here that I'm going to put it in the members only section, and I might add a wee bit of music to it as well. But it'll be pretty much unedited footage, so that the members can get to see the whole area with me flying round about it, completely unedited, apart from maybe add some nice music in it or something like that. So that'll be coming up in the next week, I think, if I've got time to do that, to throw that one up. So if you want to look at that one and you're not a member, you can join up. I think it's about £2 or something to join for a month, and then you can watch the couple of videos that are on there and then unjoin if you like. So just to let you know that that's coming up, and I don't want to put a 30-minute video up on the main channel. Okay, so that's all the points of on my agenda there. I've rushed through that tonight. So a few more hello. There's Wayne B saying hello. Hi Wayne B, how you doing? Right, and Scott is saying that DJI has to release the SDK for third-party apps, suggesting over a year from now. I know it's a long time to wait to get things like waypoint missions and geofencing. I mean, we don't have to go auto track because it does all of that. Well, that's another thing. I'm in the process of making a video just now. It's almost complete. I'm hoping to have it ready for Friday, Friday coming. It's an update on my opinion on the Mini 3, and I talk about all of the features of the Mini 3 that I have discovered over the past 2.5 months that I've been flying it. And I compare it with my opinion, the opinion that I had before I even had the Mini 3. You remember that video? I put a video out saying, if you don't have the Mini 3 yet, stop. Stop. And gave my not so humble opinion on a drone I didn't even have. Well, I'm in the process of making an update to that video to let you know how I feel now after having had the Mini 3 for 2.5 months. And one of the things I'm talking about is the active track feature on the Mini 3, which I think is fantastic. Graham, thanks very much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. That'll help me out a wee bit with the car repair that I just had to get done, which was probably my own fault that I didn't put it in for servicing earlier on, and maybe the mechanic would have spotted the belt was maybe getting a bit worn or something. I don't know how these things work. Right, so Caroline says, you didn't need to win the ND filters. The best prize that we won was Boris resigning. I wondered if someone was going to bring that up in the chat tonight. It's been a strange, for all of you who are not in the United Kingdom, it's been a strange week in the world of politics here in the United Kingdom. There's been a lot of things moving, and the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Boris Johnson, has not resigned. as Prime Minister, Caroline. He has resigned as the leader of the Conservative Party. Or at least he says he is going to be resigning as leader. He hasn't resigned yet, and he's still the Prime Minister, and he says he'll still be the Prime Minister until someone takes over. Someone else is elected by the Conservative Party to be the leader, and they will automatically become the Prime Minister. So he hasn't resigned yet, and he said he will, but he hasn't. So therefore, but it's been a strange week. Anyway, right, there's a great question. Ed says, can I control my Mini 2 from my PC? It's a great question, Ed. What I wanted to do was I tried something similar to that. I thought... Ed, thanks very much for becoming a member there. I like the wee fanfare you got. Cheers. It's a great question. I way back in the early days of my Mini 2, after I had the Mini 2 for maybe a couple of months, and I was using an iPad on the controller to look, and I thought, oh, it's great having this big screen. That's fantastic. I wonder if I can put on a big monitor. And what I'll do is I'll take a big monitor out, mount it in the back of the car somewhere, and then just sit in the back of the car, and it'll be this huge big screen. Can't do it. You cannot do it. It won't work. You can't connect it through a computer either. It can only be done with a Mini 2, so the DJI Fly app and the controller connect to either a tablet, an iPad, an iPhone, or another type of phone that's compatible with it. You can't connect a big screen to it. Well, you couldn't a year and a half ago when I tried it. Things may have changed. So, do you know what I haven't tried though? You can connect an external phone or iPad to the DJI goggles so that you can actually use a screen. I wonder if you can connect a great big screen to that. I'll try that tonight. And if that works, I'll make a video about it. That's pretty good. So good question, Ed, but no, you can't. Right, John, anyone having problems with the autofocusing? I did, John. I had a wee bit of problems. I did a flight, and the trees were all a bit blurry, and I was in 4K, and I thought, why are these trees blurry? And then I thought, there's an autofocusing issue here, and I still don't know. When it says on the screen, when it says AF, which I presume is autofocusing, does that mean that the autofocusing is on? Or does it mean that you have to press that button? Well, better watch what I'm doing with my hands there. Or does it mean that you have to press that button to get autofocusing on? I'm still not sure. So if somebody can clarify that. I haven't found anyone there are a few creators I've rambled on about, and it's like, oh my God, you're giving me all this information, but not just telling me the one thing that I want to know. So I get fed up watching them all, and I don't know. I think if it says AF on the screen, that means it's autofocus. But it might mean that you have to hit that to make it autofocus. I don't know. So that's the only trouble. The trouble you've been having, John, I would imagine, is that you don't have it in autofocus. When you press that AF button, it turns into wee kind of mountains. It looks like wee mountains. I don't even know what that means. I suppose I should probably read the manual, eh? Aye. Mark, don't preempt my video, okay? Right. I'm not saying whether Caledonia is a new favourite or not, right? But the video that's coming out will be saying a few things about that. Byron says, no flu, my drone months. Why no, Byron? What's wrong? Is the weather been horrible? Have you lost the mood? Are you not feeling it? What's going on? Why have you not flown? Let us know. We need to know. Right, there you go. Scott. That's one of the things that's going to be included in the video that's coming out on Friday. I actually have the two drones up flying. Well, one's flying there, and then the other one's flying exactly there. And I'm going to be cutting between them so that you can hear exactly the difference in volume. They're at the same distance from the camera, same height, everything's the same. So you'll be able to see that for absolutely sure. If it's quieter, or if one's quieter than the other, and if so, which one's quieter. There's certainly a difference in pitch. One has a lower pitch than the other. And that can sometimes fool you into thinking that it's quieter when it's actually not. But I didn't have a decibel. I might actually do that. I've got a decibel thingy on my phone. I should have done that. I missed a trick there. I'll maybe go back out and do that and put the decibel meter up and just to see exactly what the decibel meter says. Aye, right. Blaze, I have an Android emulator for PC. You've given me food for thought to try that now. Aye, good. Let us know. Let me know because let us all know because that's an interesting question. Aye, I'm certainly interested now in connecting a big monitor screen like the one I've got in front of me up to the DJI FPV goggles to see if you can see that screen. Because if you can, holy moly, that's a game changer straight there. Wait a minute, Gerard, what are you saying? What are you saying? You control mine from your TV. No, you don't. How do you do that? You can't do that. I've tried it. So if you're doing that, I even, this monitor here is USB-C. It's got a USB-C port that controls the screen. And I've even tried connecting this USB-C monitor up to the controller, the Mini 2 controller, and in preference to the iPhone or the iPad, and it doesn't come up. So if you've done it, Gerard, please let me know in the comments, send me an email, send me a message and let me know how you're doing it. I don't think you are. I think you're at it. Right, John's given an answer here. You're right, if it says AF, it is autofocus. I'm not convinced. I think you're probably right, John. If it says, but you know, sometimes if a button says stop, you have to press it to make the thing stop. So that button says AF. Do you have to press it to make it go AF? You said it is, but I'm still not convinced. Right. Peter says you were at 2 different locations, then you encountered wasps, bees and hornets. They make a right bloody mess. What, you flew into them and they splattered all over the drone? No, it's never happened to me before. I didn't think they went that high up. Wasps and bees and hornets, maybe they do. I don't know how high they go up. Right, Richard says, is the Litchi app more stable than the DJI Fly app? It's just as stable. In my experience, I've actually got a video on the channel, Richard, where I do a flight, the exact same flight with a DJI Fly app, the Litchi app and the Maven app. It's the one where the propeller snapped off in the middle of the Litchi part of the flight. So you can see there that they're all stable. The signal's the same in all of them. Everything's the same. The only difference in the 3 apps is the user interface. What you see on the screen is different. Maven is quite crowded. There's quite a lot of icons on there. Litchi is a bit, doesn't have so many. It's a bit cleaner and a bit nicer. And the DJI app is the cleanest of all. But the Litchi app and the Maven app have got extra features that the DJI app doesn't have. So yeah, I do believe that the Litchi, the Litchi app works best with Android phones and the Maven app works best with iPhones. I do believe that. Right, for small drones, they're still quite loud. They're no bad. They're only loud when they're right next to your ear. As soon as they're 100 metres away, you can't hear them. You know what I mean? Right, get in that car. Aye, absolutely. If that works, I've got a spare old telly, right? It's a 32-inch telly kicking about somewhere, collecting dust. And if I can connect my DJI FPV goggles up to that and it works, that's going in the car and I'm going out to make a video. Right, the Blaze says, I've actually flown from a large screen via the Litchi app. Oh, hold on, the Litchi View app. And a screen mirror that to my TV. See, now you're getting you're getting way technical for me. All I want to be able to do is to plug something into the controller and plug it into a screen and it works. I don't want to have to do all that kind of stuff. That's too much. A lot of people in the chat says COD Dog 69. Only 54. I've got 54 on it. Where is it? There, look. You can see that there. Ding, ding, ding. It says 54. That's not a lot. Is that a lot? I don't know. 54 people in the chat. I've got no idea. I mean, I've got 6,500 subscribers. I thought maybe 6,000 people in the chat would be a bit normal. But I've got no idea how many people's in the chat. I've got so much going on here. It's hard to keep track of everything, especially when I'm trying to include as many people, their comments in the chat as I can. Right. So, Peter, you've posted a still on FA. What does that mean? A still on FA? Football Association. I don't know what you mean, Peter. You've posted a still on FA. Don't know what you mean there. Do you mean autofocus? AF? AF, no FA. Right, maybe that's what you mean, I don't know. Right, John says, in that end, if on the bottom says 4K 30, is it 4K 30 or do you need to press? Excellent point, John. Excellent point. Yes, you're right. If it says 4K 30, it means it is 4K 30. Okay, you have convinced me with that one there. You've convinced me now. If it says AF, it's in autofocus. You've 99% convinced me. Right. FB? What are you talking about? Facebook? Oh, right, okay, you've posted a thing on Facebook. Right, I'll check that later on. Right, Caroline says, always thought it was weird that to shut down Windows you hit start. Fair enough. Okay, it's true. Right, where's the best place? Oh, Scotland by Drone. Did you know that you've won this pack? You were the winner of the draw tonight, and you have won this all-day 6-pack of Freewell filters. So if you want to email me or message me on Facebook to give me the address that you want me to post these to, I'll post them out. Postage is on me. It's not going to cost you a penny. I'll pay for the postage to send them out to whatever address you want me to post them to. If you don't know you've won, you can watch the video back. Anders, thanks for the sub, and you are the winner. Right, where's the best place you've flown one of your drones? Too many best places. I love Loch Doon, as you know. I love the Afton Reservoir. I loved last summer when I went up to the Jacobite Monument in the Glenfinnan Viaduct. I loved flying up there. That's probably my 3 favourite places. I like the Cairn Table. I like flying up there as well. There's no lochs or water up there, but I like flying up that way. So, yeah, a lot to choose from. I couldn't really pick one favourite place. Facebook, aye. Right, that's a good turnout for a Sunday evening. The sun is out for a change. Wimbledon final too. Aye, true enough. The Wimbledon final's on, and the sun is out. Aye, the sun is out. There's a lot of people out the back. I can hear them all, even though I've got my windows shut. So I don't know if that's a good turnout or not. I've got no idea what a good turnout for a live chat is, to be honest with you. Right, Scott says, thanks for sharing the video of the Honky Tonk Heroes. Yeah, it almost tanked the channel there, Scott. I knew it would. I knew that not many people would click on that one. But a lot of people had been asking me about my... I'll just get rid of your message there. About my guitar sitting in the back here. And I thought, oh, I'll just post up the video of me using that. That was the guitar I used on that video when I was on stage last weekend or weekend before, whenever it was. Weekend before, I think it was. Last weekend, I can't remember. Last weekend. So I posted it up and, there you go. Right. Yeah, congrats, Scotland by Drone. Aye, right. Hi to Tanya. Oh, Tanya, did you... I didn't even see if Tanya had said hello in there. I see. I'm missing a lot of people. Stevie says, dropping a like. Thanks for that, Stevie. I've gone past so many people. Oh, there, Tanya, you said hello. Hello, Tanya. Sorry, I missed you back there. The chat is going past pretty fast. There's a lot of chat tonight. Yeah, maybe that is quite a lot. I don't know. Oh, Caroline, really, when we were all locked down. Did you fly locked down? I did because when we were locked down and we had that, I think we were allowed to travel 5 miles within our own area or something like that. We were allowed to travel within it. Not initially in the lockdown when you had to stay behind your door, but later on when you were allowed out a little bit. Yeah, I went down to Loch Doon and I did fly there. Right. Glenfinnan, did they charge it to go on the land? No, they didn't, but they tried. There are we post it. Watch the video back, and I talk about it. I talk about the £10 that the Laird of Glenfinnan tries to extort from you by telling you that if you want to fly a drone on his land, then you have to phone him up and pay him £10, and then he'll give you permission to do it. It's nonsense, because, well, it depends where you fly. There's a road that goes right through it, which is a public road, right? You can fly for there, and you can fly to the Jacobite Monument, or you can fly to the Glenfinnan Viaduct, and nobody can stop you. And also, if you go right up to the Glenfinnan Viaduct, that's actually railway, Scottish Railway property, which is public. It's the government that own it, so it's public property, and you can fly for there too. So he tries to extort a tenner at you, but it doesn't quite work. Right, listen, we've got 60 seconds to go. How fast was that tonight? So I'm going to get ready to shoot down, right? See Carolina away to Drone Seekers International. Right, so drone is Scotland by drone. If you'd like to send me either message me or email me your details, just your address that you want me to post these to, I'll get them posted out. Once I check that you are a subscriber, which I know you are, I'll get these posted out to you probably tomorrow morning, and hopefully you should get them Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. Okay, so thanks very much everyone for joining me, and I'll see you next week.
Get out of my way.
You're always so angry.
Caledonia, get back here.